Hey guys, welcome to my channel, ABITALKSPORTS. Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing well. It's match day 2 in England, English Premier League EPL, like you guys say. It's match day 2. Match day 1 was good, a bit of surprises. Not too much, but a bit of surprises, Everyone getting up to speed, everyone trying to try those new formations, new signings, new managers, newly promoted teams, But now it's time to preview match day 2. Let's see. Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to draw the game? Who's going to be the losers? Let's see. The first game already went by today. I missed out on that one. And that was West Ham Chelsea. West Ham horrible last week. Got beaten. It was a 3-0 by Sunderland. Horrible game. Chelsea had that draw at Crystal Palace. They did well. I think about 17 shots, 3 on target, but they couldn't get it. But today, Chelsea smashed West Ham 5-1. First goal, Paqueta, that beautiful left-footer shot, 6 minutes. Then Pedro scored 15th minute, and Neto, 23rd. Fernandes, 34th. Caicedo, 54th, and Chalobah, 58th. So that's a big win, 5-1. 5-1 to Chelsea. That's big. That's big. I thought West Ham were going to have something for us, but I fear for West Ham. I know West Ham fans came for me the last time when I said I fear for them after the Sunderland game. I really fear for West Ham. I don't see quality in that team. Paqueta, I don't see quality in that team. I fear for West Ham. I hope that they can buy a few more players before the end of the window, but that team lacks quality and coordination. Chelsea was all over them. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't get out of their half. So, the first game gone today, Friday. Saturday, first game, 7:30 a.m. at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City, Tottenham. Tottenham, they always do good against Manchester City, right? I think they beat them 4-0 or so last season. Yeah, they always do well against Man City. I think Man City might have too much quality for Tottenham. It is the history of the Tottenham, right? I think they might be too much for them. I don't know. At home as well, you can never tell. It looks like every time it looks like Man City are too much for Tottenham, and Tottenham bring out the depleted squad. They end up beating Man City, right? This game, I will predict a Man City win. Unfortunately, I'll think a 3-1. I'll say 3-1 to Man City. I don't want them to win, but I just think it might be too much for Tottenham. But let's see. The second game, 10 a.m. is AFC Bournemouth versus Wolves at the Vitality Stadium. Bournemouth did well last in match day 1. They came back from 2-0 to 2-2, but that extra quality by Liverpool. They've lost players too. Wolves were awful as well. They didn't play well at all. I wonder how they would have. They played Man City, right? You can't really judge Wolves against Man City, right? Let's see them play Bournemouth and see what they would do. This game looks a bit equal. I think it might be like a draw. Both teams, like a 1-1 draw. Let's see how it goes. Then there's Brentford Villa at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Villa didn't do well against Newcastle. Brentford, they've lost their manager, lost players. I don't know who's going to win that game. I think Aston Villa might still have some quality to beat Brentford. Brentford are at home though, and they have that counter-attacking game, and I'm thinking a narrow win Villa, like a 2-1. Then there's the Burnley Sunderland, two newly promoted teams at the Turf Moor Stadium. I know Sunderland had a good game. Beats West Ham 3-0. Burnley got beaten, destroyed by Tottenham. But these guys are coming from the same league, right? So when they're coming from the same league, you can never say Burnley did very well in the championship last season. I'm going to give this game to Burnley. I'm going to say like a 2-1 to Burnley. Then the 12:30 is the Arsenal game versus Leeds at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal buzzing with the signing of Eze. Leeds won 1-0 against Everton. It wasn't a very good game, but they played better than Everton, right? I'm just thinking it was a penalty as well. I'm thinking Arsenal might be too much for them. This is not an Eze thing. Arsenal were awful against Manchester United. I think Arsenal might be... Arsenal ideally should be too much for Leeds, right? But last season, too many draws. Those are the games they won't play well in. I expect Gyökeres to come out, against Leeds. Leeds, they don't play defensive game. They don't play low blocks. They come out. And if they come out, I think Arsenal have a chance to batter them. I think Arsenal might have a clean sheet as well. I'm thinking a 3-0 and a Gyökeres first Premier League goal in this game. 3-0, Gyökeres first Premier League goal. On Sunday, it starts at 9 a.m. I mean, whatever time I say is Eastern time, right? Atlanta time, Eastern time. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest at the Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace just lost Nottingham Forest had I think they won 3-0 as well? They won. I'm thinking Crystal Palace are just that solid team, counter-attacking, they know how to score the goals as well. Nottingham Forest is not going to be easy. Nottingham Forest, they have a good game, man. They play very well. I'm thinking Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. I think this could be a draw game. Nottingham Forest would come out, play. Crystal Palace have the way they play solidly and the counter-attack thing. I'm thinking it might be a draw. Then there's the Everton Brighton at the E.O. Dickinson Stadium, the new Everton Stadium. Everton were awful against Leeds last Monday. I'm thinking Everton Brighton. Everton are going to be defensive. Brighton might be able to break it down. I worry for Everton this season. I think Brighton beats them like a 2-1. Then the last game on Sunday is a Fulham. It's a Fulham game, right? At the Craven Cottage, right? Fulham, Manchester United, Craven Cottage. Manchester United lost narrowly to Arsenal. They were the better team. Now they are playing a Fulham team that are probably going to have a low block and go for counter-attack. Last season, I remember Fulham beating them. I'm going to go for a draw in this game, like a 2-2 draw. I think Amorim will set up the same way, but I think there's still a bit of defensive frailties there. I think Fulham gets a goal. I'm thinking a 2-2. A 2-2. Yeah, they haven't bought well, Fulham anyway, but I think a 2-2. Manchester United away. Are they good away? Manchester United, they are better at Old Trafford, right? They kind of don't play very well away. They're not good, traveling. I'll think it's a draw. Then there's a Newcastle Liverpool. That is that game you don't even know. That's the Isak Derby, right? The Isak Derby, right? Newcastle Liverpool. Obviously Liverpool have too much for them, but there's this beef, there's this anger, there's this thing about Newcastle that they are so mad at Liverpool for what they did and unsettled Isak. Isak will obviously not be playing. The last game, Newcastle played well against Aston Villa, even though it was a draw. I don't see where the goals are going to come from for Newcastle. I don't know. I think Anthony Gordon played as a striker in that game. I don't know where the goals are going to come from. Liverpool, from the first game, you could see that they have a lot of issues in their defense. Looks like Konate's head is not in Liverpool anymore. He's already thinking about Real Madrid. I'm just thinking, can Newcastle really... I think Liverpool have too much up front. Like, they just have too much going up front. Like, Salah, Ekitike, it's just too much. They have too much from the bench as well. But St. James Park is never an easy place to play, right? Can Newcastle just stay solid and, nick a win? Liverpool would score definitely. I'll say 2-1. 2-1 to Newcastle. I mean, that's what I want. I don't think it's going to happen. That's what I want. But that's the preview for match day 2. I hope it's going to be a good weekend. Like I said, Chelsea opened it with 5 goals already away from home. That's crazy. And like I said as well, don't sleep on Chelsea. Chelsea, they have everything to do well this season. Don't sleep on them. I think Chelsea will do well. I still think they might not be able to hold up to the top 3. I think they might finish 4th. I'm thinking Arsenal is stronger than them defensively. Chelsea will score goals, but defensively, I'm not sure. I think Man City is stronger than them in attack, even though they are not good in defense. I think Liverpool will just, carry over last season and finish 3rd. I think Chelsea might finish 4th. 3rd or 4th. I don't know. 3rd or 4th. Well, let's see. Let's leave that. That's for another day. But that's the preview for the match day 2, and EPL is back, baby. I can't wait. I'll probably be back again On Monday. Yep, on Monday after the final game of the match day 2 and have a reaction to the match day 2. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Just go ahead, subscribe to Abby Talk Sports. Join the community. Comments. Let me know what you think. Who is going to win? What is the scoreline going to be? Subscribe, like the videos, and let's meet again on Monday. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.